Good afternoon, this is Pete from figlife.com, and today I'm going to look at another variety that has kind of surprised me here today. I wasn't expecting to get any figs today from this tree, but it looks like I may actually have some figs that are ripe. This is Verdolino, and this is a fig that Mario introduced, or at least the two trees that I had originated from Mario. And normally when a fig ripens, it changes color or swells up a little bit or something, and maybe there was a little bit of swelling on this tree, but it kind of caught me off guard because the figs were growing like this. As you can see, they got kind of a long stem and they kind of just stick out like this. But then I was looking at my trees today and I noticed that a lot of these lower figs are really droopy. But I guess I wasn't expecting that because they haven't really changed color. So this is kind of interesting because it's a fig that as it ripens really doesn't change color. It's pretty much almost the exact same color that it was when it was unripe. And the reason why I'm pretty sure this is actually ripe is there's actually even some honey here on the bottom of the fig. You can just see it right there. So I'm pretty sure that this fig right here is actually ripe, which means that these other ones that are drooping down like this are probably also pretty close to being ripe. So it looks like I may have several different figs from this Verdolino tree that are ripe. So here's I'll show you the leaves, like so. And I actually have two Verdolino trees. I got them from two different people, but they, like I said, they both originated from Mario. This one actually, yeah. So I didn't get them from him directly. And you can see, same thing here. This is my other Verdolino tree. So you can see these figs are sticking out like this, clearly not ripe. This one may be starting to get ripe because it's starting to see a little bit of drooping, but then look at this one. Look at that. It just goes real droopy. So it looks like that may be the indication that these things are ripe, as opposed to, looking for signs of swelling. I'm not seeing a lot of swelling, maybe a little bit. And I'm not seeing a lot of color change either. So that's really interesting. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick one of these and see. I'm gonna pick this one since this looks to be the most ripe to me. Let's see if we get any latex off this when I pull it off. Nope, no latex. So this might be ripe. Let me go cut this open and see what we've got here. This is Verdolino. I'm excited to try this. Okay, here's my Verdolino fig. So I'm gonna cut this open. I'm gonna try this. If this tastes good, if this ends up being ripe, and it really does look to be ripe with that honey building up right there in the eye. I'm gonna go back and pick those other ones too that appear to be very close to being ripe. So let me cut this open. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. That does appear to be ripe. This is one that I imagine would do pretty well against the birds because even, looking for ripe figs, I almost missed this one. But that looks to be fully ripe. Let me try this. This is Verdolino. Yeah, that is definitely ripe. It is maybe even a little overripe. Yeah, nice berry flavor. Not a strong berry flavor, kind of a light berry. Let me pick the rest of those figs that appear to be ripe, and let me try those as well. Okay, I picked the rest of these figs that were also drooping down. A couple of these had a little bit of latex when I pulled them off. So these are definitely not quite as ripe as that one that I just picked, but that one I just picked was, in my opinion, maybe just a little bit overripe. So let's see how these taste, because they are feeling pretty soft, and I'm not seeing the drop of honey in the eye like I did with that other one. But these all seem to have pretty tight eyes. That one has a little bit of openness on the eye. All right, let me cut these open. Okay, I cut them open, and there they are. So this fig is a deceptive fig in that it looks to be not fully ripe, but then when I cut it open, this does appear ripe. So like this one is pretty close to being fully ripe. This one, same thing. And these are all looking pretty good. And normally I probably would not have picked these figs this early, but these are all looking pretty good. This one might be slightly underripe actually, but these other ones are looking pretty good. So let me try these. Okay, so once again, these are some more Verdolino figs. And these look to be slightly less ripe than the one that I just tried. So pretty good flavor. It's a slightly sweet. It's not super sweet. It probably could have used with maybe a little bit less water. I don't think it needed more ripeness because that one that I tried, that first one that I tried, had a little bit of that nuttiness that you get when a fig is maybe just a little past peak ripeness. So I don't think it needed more ripeness, but I think maybe with a little bit less water, if the flavor had been concentrated a little bit more, it would have tasted a little bit better because it is a little bit light on flavor. But it's a good taste. I mean, it's just a light berry flavor. And a good fig. You can see the quality of the fig is good. I mean, there's no bugs getting in here. There's no issues with the skin. There's no cracking, nothing like that. But I think this is one where I'm going to dial back the moisture a little bit and see if we can see if I can get a little more flavor in this fig. So this is Verdolino. Looks to be a solid variety here, a choice that would be good for the East Coast. But some more testing of this will probably be required to make it move it up a little bit higher on my favorites list. So if you get any questions, just feel free to send me an email. It's pete@figlife.com. Check out this video on my website, www.figlife.com. Thanks.